Hello, my name is Leonard Karanja and I help people to discover and pursue their purpose in life. We have walked all along answering the question of why am I here, which is the question of purpose. We have defined purpose as the original intent in the mind of the manufacturer. We have also looked at the nature and the principles of purpose. Today, our focus shall be the priority of purpose, which happened to be episode 4 of In Pursuit of Purpose by Dr. Miles Monroe. Welcome very much and let's get to work. Purpose precedes creation. No manufacturer creates something without first of all determining its purpose. Why is more important than what, and why is purpose? Something to note here is that we are human beings, not human doings. Purpose always determines functions which necessitate design. You see, purpose produces design which predict potential. If a manufacturer has a purpose to transport some luggages of particular weight, he has to design a vehicle that can carry that weight. So, when you see a truck, you automatically know the potential of that truck because purpose always produces design. Knowing the purpose of an object, you also get to know what it can do. For example, if you see a pen, you know the purpose of that pen is to write. Therefore, you automatically know what it can do. Thus, purpose, always knowing the purpose of an object, you automatically get to know what it can do. And what it can do, it is the potential. Purpose always determines the nature, the essential characteristic. When you see a truck, you always automatically know that the purpose of that truck or the tractor, it is to dig, to follow. Therefore, purpose always determines the nature of a commodity. You see, when God creates something, He put in it the ability to fulfill its functions, as we are going to get to see. Purpose coincides with natural talents and ability. God never requires anything from His creation that He didn't build in it. For example, if you will see in the book of Judges, chapter number 6, from verse 14, it is a discussion or an engagement between the Lord and Gideon. And Gideon was hiding from the oppression of the Midianites. And the angel comes and he tells Gideon that, and the Lord turned to him and said, "Go in this might of yours and deliver Israel from the hands of Midian. Do I not send you?" It sounds like somehow sarcastical, ironical, because this young man Gideon was hiding in the wine press. But here the Lord comes and tells him, "Go with the might that you have." That tells us that whenever God created you, He created you with ability, talents to perform and accomplish your purpose in life. Therefore, you have all that you need to be who you are. You have no reason to hesitate to accomplish your mission. Therefore, get to work and know your purpose and pursue it. Purpose always determines the demand, and demand dictates the potential. When God demands something from you, He knows that you can produce it. He knows that He has built in you the capacity, the capability to do what He demands you to do. You see, there was a parable of the talents. And the Bible says that they were given, and He gave them according to each and every one of them capability or the ability to produce. Therefore, you have what you need to produce what you are created to produce. You see, if God tells you why you are born, He will also tell you what is inside you. You see, God telling Gideon, "Go with that might of yours." He is telling Gideon that you have the might inside of you. He does not come to introduce might, but he came to introduce Gideon to himself, because Gideon did not realize that he had the might to do the work that God was demanding him to do, and that is to deliver the Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Therefore, another example is Exodus 4 from verse 11 to 12, and this is a discussion, an engagement between God and Moses. And Moses said to God, suppose verse 10 that read that Moses said to the Lord, pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. Then the Lord said to him, who give human beings their mouths? Who make them deaf or mute? Who give them the sight or make them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will help you speak, and I will teach you what to say. That is a good example that God built in you the capability, the capacity to do your work, and your work is your purpose. So you have everything that you need. You have everything at your disposal to execute that idea, to execute that dream, and bring it to reality. How can you say to the potter, why did you make me thus? So you have everything that you need to perform. Provision goes with the assignment. What God called for, He always provides. He is telling Moses, I'll teach you what to say. I'll be with you. He also promising Gideon that my presence is going to be with you. You see, many folks are doing works for God which God never asked them to do, and they are asking Him to pay off the bills. Remember the man Saul? He decided to do nice work for God which God never required of him. You know, God is always obligated to support His projects. So a manufacturer is always also obligated to support his project. And if the project commodity does not work according to the purpose or the intention of the manufacturer cannot continue to support the project. Therefore, if the devil is winning in our lives, our community, or our countries, it is because the church is not doing her work. You see, promises are always related to purpose, and guarantees are made from the perspective of manufacturer, not consumers. Warranties are valid as the promiser. You see, when you buy a commodity, say a phone, the manufacturer tells you, if only you use this phone according to the purpose as prescribed on the manual, then you are guaranteed that it shall function, it shall give you the services that is prescribed there. He also says to you, when it happens that within this time span, this phone malfunction, you do not fix by yourself, nor take it to other retailers. Bring it back to us, and we shall fix it at our own cost. And if it will need be, we shall replace it at our own cost. Therefore, God is also, His promises are also based on His credibility and stability. This word of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you shall be careful to do all that is written in it, and then you shall have a good success, and you shall make your way prosperous. Thus, the word, the Bible, is God's standard and His credibility to His people. Your plans cannot change God's purpose. Recall Sarah giving Hagar to Abraham. God had a promise that through Sarah and Abraham there shall become a son of promise, which happened to be Isaac. Even though Hagar was given to Abraham, it did not alter God's plan. You cannot help God to fulfill His plans upon your life. So you just need to admit and obey, because obedience is the ultimate measure of purpose. Therefore, thank you for your being consistent, and I wish to see you on the next episode.